The time for action has come. Why now, and how the operation is going?
Well, we reached the 12th hour, Puria. This criminal regime, the tyrants of Tehran, basically planned two weapons of mass death to exterminate Israel. One is to rush forward with their nuclear program to develop atomic bombs to destroy Israel. And second, their program to build a vast ballistic missile arsenal, each missile carrying 1 ton payload at Mach 6, just slamming into our cities, killing our women, our children. They were going to build 20,000 of these. So obviously these are two existential risks. We had to act in the nick of time, and we did. But by acting to defend ourselves, we're also acting to defend others in the Middle East, in Iran itself. You know how the people of Iran have suffered under this brutal regime for 46 years. They've impoverished you. They've given you misery. They've given you death. They've given you terror. They shoot down your women, leaving this brave, unbelievable woman, Mahsa Amini, to bleed on the sidewalk for not covering her hair. I mean, this is an outrageous, radical, fanatic regime, and the time has come to defang them and to stand up against evil. That's what we're doing. But in so doing, I think we're also I know we're also standing up for you, for our Arab neighbors, for people around the world, and indeed, even for the United States, because they're trying to build ballistic missiles that will reach the eastern seaboard of the United States. So everybody is under threat from this criminal regime, and somebody had to act to stop it, and that's what we're doing.
How the operation is going so far, Prime Minister?
Well, it's going brilliantly, Puri. Brilliantly. I mean, I think that our pilots, our soldiers, the Mossad, just the IDF is doing unbelievable things with their precision targeting, knocked out their chief nuclear team, all the leaders, knocked out their nuclear sites. We still have a way to go, but we'll finish it. We're knocking out their ballistic missile production sites, and we're doing things against the regime itself. But I think you should understand, these dictators in Iran, sure, they fear us, but they fear you, the people of Iran, even more. And your hour of freedom is near. It's happening now. They understand that 80% of the people of Iran despise them. I hear a lot of them. You know, I do these videos that I broadcast to the Iranian people. I tell them how we could offer them help in the water shortage that you have. The regime refuses, of course. We tell them how we could cooperate, these two glorious ancient peoples that have cooperated from the times of Cyrus the Great. Cyrus the Great freed the Jews. Now it's time for you to be free, and you have that opportunity. The people of Iran, I think, have a brilliant future, and our friendship can be restored to what it was and what it should be. This is the time.
Okay. Prime Minister, you talked clearly about regime change as a goal to this war. What do you mean by that? How can you reach this?
I would say the goal is twofold: to remove one existential threat, the atomic threat. The second is the existential threat of thousands and thousands of ballistic missiles. But the consequence could be, the result could be, that the regime will be shattered. Because what do they have? I mean, what do they really have?
So can you please elaborate on that? How do you see this leading to a regime change in Iran?
Look, I think the regime works on terror. You know it. The people in Evan prisons know it. Every Iranian citizen knows it. I mean, we know how they shoot people, how they hang people from cranes, the horrible things that they do. I don't have to tell you. You can tell me. But this is all based on the image of invulnerability, of unmatched power. And we're cutting that power down to size. And I think this will have, this will have enormous consequences for good in our region, beyond our region, but also in Iran itself. A light has been lit. Carry it to freedom. Okay. Carry it to freedom. It's up to the people of Iran. And I think you will find the time and the opportunity, because I think the hour of liberation is clear. Israel is known as the startup nation. It may be known as known as the innovation nation. You will be known as the liberation nation.
Yeah. The reason I ask this, Prime Minister, many say the goal for Israel is dismantling the nuclear program and the missile threat, and after that Israel probably wouldn't care about the rest of it. Can you assure Iranian people you stand by them till the end?
Well, we stand by you all the time. We've stood by you. I've stood by you all these years. 40 years ago, just a few years after the rise of this, the Ayatollah regime, I said that the greatest danger facing Israel and the world was a nuclear-armed Iran. I've devoted a good part of my life, in fact, most of my life, to preventing that threat from materializing. But in so doing, I think that we're not merely protecting ourselves, we're protecting the rest of the world. We're protecting the forces of civilization against the forces of barbarism that have tormented you for so long. And I think this is this could lead to a cascade. Pouria, I know that many Iranians inside Iran are waiting for this moment. I've received millions of viewers inside Iran for these broadcasts that I described to you. Millions. And so, many times with their names, people with their names. They identify themselves. This tells me that there's a great spirit inside the great people of Iran. And I think that the opportunity may be very near.
Okay, let me ask you about one of the main questions people ask. Some U.S. media reported Prime Minister President Trump vetoed targeting the Supreme Leader in this operation. Is the Supreme Leader Khamenei still within your targets?
Look, there's so many fake news. I won't get into each one of them. But I can tell you that our goal is, first of all, to free ourselves from the dual annihilationist threat that I described before, the nuclear and the ballistic missile. But also, if we can help you achieve your freedom, that is a noble and worthy cause, because you're a noble and worthy people. And let me tell you, I talked about the torment, the subjugation of the women in Iran. And I know your great slogan, Zan, Zandegi, Azadi. I think that...
that says it all.
Well, it does say it all. It's, it's woman, life, freedom. Let me tell you about one woman that is fighting now this horrible regime, this criminal regime. It's a woman pilot. She worked in the Prime Minister's office for 2 years. She's now a navigator in one of our planes over the skies of Tehran. Yes, she's targeting those missile sites. She's targeting those nuclear sites. But in a way, she's fighting for Iranian women. She's fighting for all free peoples everywhere. And I think that the sympathy that we have is so strong. You're not our enemy. We're not your enemy. We have a common enemy. And we're resolutely fighting them. And I believe you'll have an opportunity to be free soon.
Prime Minister, let me ask again. Is Supreme Leader Khamenei still within your targets?
I'm not going to get into specific targets because I'm leaving that open. But I can say that we are doing what we need to do to remove the threat from this dictatorship. And that threat is not merely to us, but to you, to your people. You can tell me about their horrors, their torture, their evil, more than anyone else. And it's important you tell the world, because people think this is another regime. Well, we have a conflict. It's not a conflict. It's not when somebody says we're going to destroy you, we've learned in our long history that if somebody tells you that, believe them. And if somebody tries to develop the weapons of mass death to carry out their annihilationist program, stop them. That's what we're doing. But in so doing, we're creating an opening for freedom, for liberty, and for peace.
Prime Minister, regime is trying to make people believe that Israel is after civilian targets and harming the Iranian people. What is your reaction? And can you please, it's a very good opportunity to clarify right now in this show about this claim by the regime that you are after civilian targets and, civilians in Iran.
Well, I'm glad you asked me that, Pouria, because it's the very opposite. While the Iranian regime targets our people, they're sending these enormous ballistic missiles right into our apartment buildings, into our cities, into our neighborhoods. We're doing the opposite. We're telling the people of Tehran, please vacate the premises, because we're going to target those nuclear sites, military sites, ballistic missile sites that are embedded in Tehran itself. Leave so you're safe. And that's what we're doing. That's the difference. The whole difference is we're very much concerned to protect the people of Iran, and we're doing everything we can to protect civilians. So I think the difference couldn't be clearer, and you can see that by the warnings that we are sending, the 4 warnings that we're sending to the people of Tehran and elsewhere as necessary in order to have the people leave the zone of conflict. That's the whole difference between a terrorist regime that deliberately targets civilians and a democracy like Israel that is fighting a just war with just means, telling civilians, get out of harm's way. And I think it tells you a lot. But what Iran wants to do is not merely to terrorize, they want nuclear terror. We know that they are planning to give their proxies, including the Houthis, nuclear weapons. This is nuclear terrorism gone amok. This will jeopardize the peace of the entire world. This is evil against good. And it's time for good people to stand up with the good people of Iran and good people everywhere against this madness foisted on all of us by this radical tyranny. It's about to end. It should end, and we will make it end.
As you know, I live in Israel, and regime is conducting missile attacks. We are seeing missiles coming every night to Israel. If you want to send a message to the leaders of this regime in Iran from this show, what is that message?
Well, I think the message is what we're doing. The message is our brave pilots. The message is the brave people. The brave people of Israel are standing up. They're like, you remember, everybody knows the British people during the Blitz. This is exactly the spirit of the people of Israel. They're strong, they're resolute, they're not vacating cities, they're holding tight because they know that we are right. And as far as the regime in Iran, they fear you, they have reason to fear you because they know that you've unmasked them. They know that they can't cheat. They can cheat on the nuclear program, they can cheat in negotiations, but they can't make you believe their lies. You know they're evil, and they fear you, and they have good reason to fear you. There's a future of hope for us. We will expand the Abraham Accords, and I'll tell you what my dream is. One day to have peace with Iran. One day for you to visit Israel freely, I mean the people of Iran, and one day for me and Israelis to visit Iran freely. That will be a new world, and we're marching to it. In fact, I think we're moving it that much closer by what we're doing today. My message to the tyrants of Tehran, look at what we're doing to you in Tehran. That is our message.
And last question, Prime Minister, what is your personal message to the Iranian people? I am sure millions of them are watching this show tonight.
I believe in you. I respect you. I admire you. I know your achievements. I know your potential. I know that Iran can be great again. It's a great civilization, and this theological thuggery that has kidnapped your country will not stand for long. And you are the future, not them. That's my message to you, people of Iran.
Thank you so much, Prime Minister Netanyahu, for your time.
Thank you. Let's make Iran great again. We can do it.